They say you shouldn't meet your heroes. They were wrong. Adidas created the opportunity for Stephen and I to meet a player that we idolised during his time at our club, but also whilst he was winning 2 European Championships and a World Cup.
Well, most people know that it's actually been like our goal to meet you in this series.
Well,
so this is
so
big moment.
So great to hear that, and nice to be here.
Yeah, it's nice to have you. And so tonight you're coaching the Tango squad at Old Trafford, and obviously that is part of your own progression in football. And you are becoming a manager. You're doing, I think you're away for a.
Yep, I am doing my bachelor's at the moment, and during the year I've been with the Tango squad, and for sure tonight it's big night for us, for them, for the guys to enjoy the game, and you know, the stadium is not too bad.
Yeah, it's no Anfield, but it is good.
It's not Anfield, but it's okay.
Yeah,
still okay.
Yeah, obviously you had some great times here as well. What was your memory of playing at hostile environments like Old Trafford?
Big games. Always you expect a thrilling atmosphere here coming to the big derby, but some defeats, but some big wins.
Was this the hardest place to play?
One of the hardest, for sure, because those years, United, they had a really good team. Yeah. So it wasn't easy to beat them, and when we beat them, it felt even better. I remember playing exactly here again with Madrid against United, and Welbeck was coming with me all around the pitch. And it frustrates you because whatever you do, you have the opponent right next to you, and you are not able to be part of the game. Yeah. So it's frustrating, but you need to think maybe tonight is not my night, and I need just to clear the space for the other one to be able to play the ball.
Obviously, you're now doing your coaching badges. How's that going at the moment? What stage do you think you're at?
We are getting close to the A level, so I think that it takes some time, but it's a great process to change your perspectives from player to manager. It's completely different, and you need to go through that process. So I am on the way, but with the goal of getting there. What's that been like for you, changing away from being a player to being a manager, or being just someone who's not always on the pitch? First, it's the process. You need to think about the team. It's not about yourself. But as a player, I had that idea as well, to think about the team. I wasn't like the guy that used to do the tricks or the dribble. I was midfielder, so I had to think about everything, and always try to understand what was happening in the game. So from that point of view, it's not changing that much. When you get the ball first as a midfielder and you're sitting in the position that you're in, what are you thinking? What are you trying to do on the pitch? Like, what are you seeing, especially alongside like a Mascherano and a Gerrard, which is one of the best? Well, if I am getting the ball from, I used to get the ball from Mascherano, and I knew that Stevie was there. I had to know before getting the ball where the ball was going. So I said that, okay, I get the ball and I go straight to Stevie. If I control and start thinking what I'm gonna do, probably it's too late, and the opposition will tackle me, and I don't want that. Yeah. So you need to anticipate the solutions about the next thing. Okay. And after, you need the technique to give a good pass to the right foot, to get the right angle. Those are technical things. Before, you need tactical things. Do you try and pass that on to other players? Are you trying to, because there's that famous footage of Pep Guardiola moving Raheem Sterling in training. Are you a similar manager? Well, you need to teach those things to be able to pass. It's not the same if you get the ball to the left foot or to the right foot. It's not the same if you are in this position or in this position. You need to teach these things. You need to learn these things.
You played under some of the best managers of all time. Have you picked up different sort of traits from them into your own style? Yeah, for sure. I have learned from all of them different bits, but at the end you need your own personality, your own style, your own ideas. It's not copy-paste, it's your own lead, your own way. But for sure I have had great experiences. I learned from the best for me, and I'm very grateful for that. Was the kind of manager that you played under important because you played under such a different range, like Ancelotti, Benitez and Pep? All of them, they are different. Mourinho is different to Pep. Rafa is different to both of them. Pellegrini, Ancelotti, different personalities. But as I've said,
you need to do your own way, because if not, if you try to pretend something that you are not, probably the players will feel it, and that's when they don't get what you want.
Do you still speak to any of them for tips or guidance on how to become a good manager?
Not tips, but I try to keep in touch with them because it's so demanding, very stressful sometimes, but it's part of the job.
Are you still good friends with Mikel Arteta?
Yeah.
What would you say about him as a coach, though? Because not many people know a lot about him as a coach, and they say, he'll make a good head coach.
Well, he's had the best experience to learn from. I think that he's been really close, and now is the next step. What's he's gonna do?
Yeah,
we'll see.
Do you sort of get a little bit excited when you see people like your friends basically getting into big positions?
Absolutely. Because we know each other since we were 6-7 years, and to be able to see how we progress and to get close to the road, it's really exciting and really happy for that.
Also, Gerrard, who's taken over Rangers.
Yeah.
If he asked you to be assistant manager, would you go there?
At the moment, I am doing my own way, so we will see.
Do you think, was he always going to be a manager? Like when you were playing with him, could you tell?
Yeah, you could say that. He loved the game, he had that passion, and he was a great leader, so I could see him being a manager.
Yeah. Your father had a great career. Did he influence you a lot as a child to become a footballer?
Yeah, not to become a footballer, but he had a great influence because he was first player and later manager. So, but he never pushed me. Oh, Xabi, you have to do this, or try to correct, or I don't know. He was more like a supporting father, more than like a supporting manager or ex-player.
Yeah. And so when you then came through Sociedad and you came to Liverpool, what was the? Did you see that as a real changing point in your career?
Yeah, it was a big change because till that moment I was living in my city, in my neighborhood, with my friends since 5. So it was like, come on, Xabi, you go abroad, do your career, and everything was new for me when I came to Liverpool. I was just 22, but as I've said before, I thought, Xabi, you need to adapt as quick as possible, and I could talk a little bit of English, so that made it even easier.
I think a lot of people they saw two big signings, Luis Garcia and you stood next to Rafa. You were Rafa's men at the time at that club. You represented what he wanted to build. What was it like to be those figures, those players that were the new guys coming in, and alongside those?
Yeah, probably at that moment we were kind of unknown from the Liverpool fans because I was playing in Sociedad, and that for me it's one of my biggest club because I'm from there. But we had to prove ourselves to show the supporters how we could play, and we need to prove that on the pitch. So we showed them that we were entitled to be Liverpool players, and since that moment they really, made us feel welcome to the club. What
did you learn at Sociedad that you think got you to be on Rafa's radar?
Everything. I think that I learned from being like a young, good player to become a professional. I made that step. Toshak gave me the big chance to become a professional player, and those first years are absolutely vital to a football player.
Did Toshak teach you quite a lot then as a player?
Yeah. And he gave me and he made me a big responsibility. So you need to be up for it as well. But I took it.
Now looking ahead to the Champions League final, 2 of your former teams.
Yep.
Are you supporting either?
Both.
No. So he crosses the arms when
Oh, for sure, both. For me, it's great final. I had in semi-finals I had many choices with Bayern, with Madrid, with Liverpool. So I had big chances to go to Kiev, but for sure for both, for Madrid because they can win the third time in a row.
Yeah.
It's a great chance. And for Liverpool, after so many years, to be back in the final. Yeah. It means so much for the club, for the supporters. So whatever happens, I will be really happy.
You have quite a different connection with both cities, though, don't you? Because Liverpool was somewhere that really took you into our hearts and sort of still. I think the last time that you were about to leave Bayern, everyone said there's always a space in the team for you.
Yeah. No, both of them. I feel really attached to both clubs and cities. because you know, I have always tried to make an impact in wherever I've been, and all the clubs, they have made an impact in myself as well, and part of my heart belongs to all of them. So I'm very grateful.
Do you remember where you were back in 2005 on a night when this man was in Istanbul?
I was at my nan's house. Just
yeah.
How old were you?
I was 10 years old.
I wasn't even born.
But yeah, it was the greatest night by far as a Liverpool fan. Just 3-0 down. I was sort of accepting, you know, this could be 6, but we're in the final anyway.
I think Carragher said at the time that he was sitting in the dressing room thinking, how can we just keep this to 4? Because the record in the final was 4-0 and didn't want it to go any further.
To be honest, in the changing room, everything went through. Some of the players were really depressed. And other ones, we were trying to cheer it up and to say, oh, we might have a chance. That's so difficult, but why not? Why not? We can't waste this chance so easily. So, and at the end, it was a miracle.
Could you hear the Liverpool fans? Because I think that's what they asked.
Yeah. When we got into the tunnel, we could hear them.
Okay.
So that gave us a big boost. It was unbelievable to see them. So we thought, if they believe, we have to believe.
And so think about that moment, because obviously it's 3-2 at that point, and Gerrard bursts into the box, and Gattuso definitely touches him and takes him down. And then you step up with the ball. Why was it that you got to take penalty?
On the team talk, Rafa told me that there was a penalty. I was going to take it. I think that the weekend before, Gerrard, Stevie missed a penalty, so that's why, because normally he was the one taking the penalties. Actually, it was my first professional penalty.
And it's unfortunate your first professional penalty was technically a miss.
It was missed.
Yeah.
It was missed, but probably after it was my quickest sprint ever. So something good came from that.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
But from here, that's the thing, is that looks so far.
Yeah, but Dida was, when he got it, I said, oh, come on, it was an okay penalty. Not perfect, but it was an okay. But I reacted so quickly. So many people ask me, what did go through your mind? Absolutely no idea. Yeah. I just react
so fast.
And if I would have had to stop to think, I wouldn't have reached the rebound.
Yeah, because and then in that moment you're sort of over there on the floor underneath a pile of Liverpool players.
Yeah.
What was that like in that moment? Because
no idea. You have to. It was euphoria. We were feeling that we had made such a difficult game, but still so many minutes to play. After was the extra time, so unbelievable.
And obviously you played in Germany, you played in England, and you played in Spain, and I think you fit quite well into each 3 of those leagues. Which one did you think your style fitted the most? Because you were very suited to England at that point.
La Liga is different from Premier League, and it's different from Bundesliga. So nowadays, you need to be able to be as complete as possible and to be able to adapt as quick as possible, because the first 2 months are vital. If you are not up to that, probably you are not going to make it. And in La Liga, if you are not technically good enough, probably you are not going to make it. Bundesliga as well, you need to be very physical. So for sure, I wasn't the quickest, but I tried to adapt with my lack of pace, with trying to be a little bit quicker on the brain.
Because you were called the Don, I think, when you first came to England. In Sociedad, everyone said you were the Don, right?
Well, because of my position. That's no, but you need to be playing in that position. You need to not to be the boss, but to have an important role in the team, and to be able to talk to everyone, to give orders, to hear from what he has to say, because you need to be the link between everything. And that's what I wanted and how I like it to play.
The other moment we want to talk to you about is you broke the Bundesliga touches record. I think it was 206 touches in a match that you had, which was, at the time, obviously playing under Pep Guardiola, that's not surprising. But what was it? Why do you think that you have that record, and why do you think that was something that felt so important under Pep?
Because with Pep it's all about control. And my position, the holding midfielder, you need to be all the time involved in the game, to give solutions to your teammates, to link between left and right, between defense and attack, and to be always taking a small little decision, but most of them right. So if you miss many of those decisions, probably you're not gonna make it as a midfielder. And that game, I think it was in Cologne. They were sitting so deep. I had much time. I was all the time getting the ball, and at the end, when they told me that, I said, "No, that has to be wrong." It's 2006. It's crazy. Because many times I had 120, 130. That's quite a lot. But 206 was.
Yeah. 2006 would have been incredible.
Unbelievable.
It's greedy.
Yeah.
It's greedy.
Of all the great midfielders you played with, who was your favourite partner to play with?
Well, that's a tricky question. That's a tricky, for sure. In all of them, Gerard for sure. It's one of my favorites. And what we lived through those years, it was unbelievable. And and probably he was at the peak of his career. Yeah. He couldn't play better than that he did. The performances.
Because of you, though.
Yeah.
And later on in Madrid, playing with Luka Modric. I love him. I love the way he plays. And my last years in Bayern, I played with Philipp Lahm, really great player. Yeah. National team with Xabi, Iniesta, Silva. So hard to pick.
Can we walk a little bit further up the pitch?
Yep.
Let's go across, and then with roughly where you operated as a football player.
Yep.
So, with that being said, there's also a great moment from here. Well, there's two great moments roughly from here that we both remember as Liverpool fans.
Yeah.
The first one, was it Luton Town?
Luton Town.
Luton Town.
Yep.
Yeah.
5-3.
Let's start
5-3.
somewhere around here.
Yeah.
5-3. I think it's over here where Gerard in the picture is going.
Yeah, I think that I am somewhere around here.
Yeah.
And Steve is somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Before the halfway line. And obviously he saw it so clear there wasn't keeper. But I saw it so clear there wasn't keeper as well. So I saw it so easy at that moment. It's not difficult from the left foot to shoot it for 55 yards, whatever.
Yeah, standard.
I was so confident at that moment.
Yeah. And what are you thinking at that point when you have the ball at your feet? Like, is that always something you've just always thought, I can just hit it over there, you can ping it easily? Or?
At that moment, yeah, sometimes, some other moments you don't feel like that.
Yeah.
But at that moment, I had scored another goal before. So I saw, okay, I have just dribbled the keeper, so there's no keeper. It's not gonna be difficult to score from here, and that was it.
The other time, Steve Harper.
Yeah.
Have you apologised to him since?
I didn't have the chance, but probably without his sleep, it wouldn't have gone through. To be honest.
It's a hard
To be
shot.
honest,
Yeah.
but you need to try it.
Yeah, and so obviously, because from here, most average people, and believe me, I'm a very average player, wouldn't see that Steve Harper is off his line. Did you see him off his line? What was the thought process?
Well, I think that I got the ball around there. So when I got it back, I looked at Steve and I saw that he was out of the box. So I'd say, okay, I'm not gonna be looking too much. I don't want to see him to know what I might try.
Right.
So I hit it properly. I hit it quite good pace. It was far because it was maybe a little bit farther than there. But it was great. It was great. Not perfect, but it was great.
Yeah.
What would you say was the best season of your career?
The best season of my career. We achieved 100 points with Real Madrid, I think 2011, 2012, against a super Barca with Pep, one of the best teams, but we played a great, all over the season, we played so well. We achieved 100 points, 121 goals. It was unbelievable. And at the end of the year, we won the Euro with Spain, so it wasn't a bad season.
What was it like being part of that Spain team? Because I think, like you said earlier, you're not one of those players that people go, wow, look, he's just scored a penalty, he's been run through on the ball. But you were so key with the double pivot with Busquets and there were so many other people.
Yeah. That was my job, and to be a team player, to think about what the team needs at that moment. But we were so privileged to be part of. During 4 years, we were like we felt that we could beat anyone. We won the Euro, the World Cup, and the Euro 3 in a row. That was amazing. It's not gonna be easy to be repeated. But all of us, we had a very clear idea what we wanted and how we wanted to play, and we stick with that idea, and that was part of the success.
What do you make of Spain's chances in the World Cup?
I really have a good feeling about them. They have great players, they have a great manager as well. And at the moment, I can't see a better team than them. Some of them at the same level. Why not Germany? Why not Brazil? Why not Argentina? But well, there always is a surprise. So why not? So yeah, I fancy them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's been really fantastic to chat with you. Thank you so much.
It was great.
Dream come
great
true.
to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, nice.
Get a picture before we go.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, 3, 2.